If you're planning to switch to Linux in 2026, chances are you've already seen two names appear again and again: Linux Mint and Zorin OS. These are two of the most beginner-friendly Linux distributions available today, and both are designed to make the transition from Windows or even Mac OS feel smooth and comfortable. But despite looking similar on the surface, they actually target slightly different users, and choosing the wrong one could completely change your Linux experience. So in this video, we're diving deep into Linux Mint versus Zorin OS to find out which distro is better, which one is faster, which one is easier for beginners, and which one you should actually install in 2026. Let's start with Linux Mint. This distro has been around for a very long time and has built one of the strongest reputations in the Linux world. Mint is based on Ubuntu, which means it inherits massive software support, excellent hardware compatibility, and long-term stability. The developers behind Mint focus heavily on simplicity, consistency, and performance. The idea is very clear: give users a Linux experience that just works without forcing them to learn complicated commands or deal with unnecessary changes. And honestly, that philosophy is exactly why so many people still recommend Linux Mint as the perfect first Linux distro. On the other side, we have Zorin OS, another Ubuntu-based Linux distribution, but one that approaches things from a different angle. Zorin OS focuses heavily on design and user experience. The first thing most people notice after booting Zorin is how polished and modern it looks. It feels premium right out of the box. The interface is clean, animations are smooth, and everything is designed to look familiar to Windows users. In fact, Zorin OS was practically built for people who are leaving Windows behind and want something that feels instantly comfortable. Nabiswadi. This is where the battle gets interesting. Linux Mint uses the Cinnamon desktop by default, and while Cinnamon is clean and functional, it prioritizes familiarity and performance over flashy design. It looks traditional, almost like a refined version of classic Windows. The taskbar, system tray, start menu, and desktop layout all feel very familiar. Mint's design is not trying to impress you with fancy effects. Instead, it tries to stay out of your way and let you work. Zorin OS, however, takes a much more modern approach. Its desktop environment is heavily customized and feels sleek from the moment you log in. The spacing, fonts, icons, transitions, and layouts all feel carefully crafted. Zorin also allows users to switch desktop layouts easily, meaning you can make it resemble Windows 11, Windows 7, or even Mac OS, depending on your preference. That level of customization is incredibly appealing for beginners who are nervous about leaving Windows behind. But looks aren't everything. Performance matters too, especially if you're installing Linux on older hardware. This is where Linux Mint gains a major advantage. Mint is known for being lightweight and efficient. Even the Cinnamon edition runs surprisingly well on older laptops and low-end systems. And if your hardware is really old, Mint also offers XFCE and Mate editions, which consume even fewer resources. This flexibility makes Linux Mint one of the best choices for reviving aging computers. Zorin OS also performs well, but generally it's slightly heavier than Mint because of its visual effects and polished interface. On modern hardware, this difference is almost impossible to notice. But on older machines with limited RAM or weaker processors, Linux Mint usually feels snappier and more responsive. That's especially important now because many people are turning to Linux to save older PCS that can no longer run the latest versions of Windows properly. Now let's talk about software and usability. Both Linux Mint and Zorin OS come with a solid collection of pre-installed applications. You get browsers, media players, office suites, software stores, and essential utilities ready to go. Mint includes its own update manager, backup tools, and system utilities that are incredibly beginner-friendly. One thing Linux Mint does exceptionally well is giving users control without making things confusing. Updates are easy to manage, drivers are simple to install, and system settings are organized logically. Zorin OS focuses more on making the experience visually guided and intuitive. It includes beginner-oriented tools and tutorials that help new users understand the system. Zorin's software store is also clean and easy to use, making app installation straightforward even for someone who has never used Linux before. One standout feature is Zorin Connect, which integrates your Android phone with your desktop for notifications, file sharing, and messaging. It's surprisingly useful and adds a modern ecosystem feel to the distro. Gaming is another important category in 2026. Linux gaming has improved massively thanks to Steam Proton, Vulkan, and better driver support. Both Mint and Zorin can handle gaming quite well because they are Ubuntu-based and support the same drivers and gaming platforms. Steam works on both, Lutrace works on both. Heroic Games, Lonja works on both. The Linux Mint often gets recommended slightly more for gaming because of its stability and lower system overhead. More system resources remain available for games instead of desktop effects. However, Zorin OS still provides a fantastic gaming experience, especially for casual gamers and users with modern hardware. In fact, many people prefer Zorin because it feels more polished during daily use outside gaming sessions. So if gaming's your main priority, Mint may have a tiny edge in performance, but the difference is not huge anymore. Now let's discuss updates and stability, because this is one area where Mint has built an almost legendary reputation. Mint developers are very conservative with changes. They don't rush experimental features into stable releases, and they prioritize reliability above all else. That means fewer surprises, fewer crashes, and a system that can run for years without major issues. This stability is a huge reason why many Linux veterans continue using Mint, even after trying dozens of other distributions. Zorin OS is also stable because it's based on Ubuntu LTS releases, but it tends to introduce more visual improvements and customizations. While this usually works well, it also means there's slightly more complexity under the hood. Still, compared to many Linux distributions, Zorin remains extremely stable and beginner-friendly. One thing that often surprises people is the difference in community culture between these two Linux Mint has one of the largest and most active communities in Linux. If you run into a problem, chances are someone already solved it years ago in the Mint forums or Reddit discussions. Tutorials are everywhere, guides are easy to find, and beginner support is excellent. Zorin OS has a smaller but very passionate community. The developers are highly focused on user experience and accessibility, and the community often attracts people who are brand new to Linux. This creates a welcoming atmosphere, especially for users switching from Windows. But because the community is smaller, troubleshooting uncommon problems can sometimes require searching Ubuntu forums instead. Another major topic is software compatibility. Since both are based on Ubuntu, they support the same software repositories and package systems. Most Linux apps work identically on both distributions. Flatpak support is available, snap packages can be installed, and compatibility with development tools is excellent. Whether you're coding, editing videos, browsing the web, or running productivity software, both systems are extremely capable. Now here's where the decision becomes personal. If you value speed, simplicity, low resource usage, long-term reliability, and a more traditional desktop environment, Linux Mint is probably the better choice. It's efficient, predictable, and incredibly easy to live with. Many users install Mint and simply stop distro hopping because it handles everyday computing so well. But if you care more about visual polish, modern aesthetics, smooth transitions, and an experience designed specifically for Windows migrants, then Zorin OS might feel more exciting. It's one of the few Linux distributions that truly feels professionally designed from top to bottom without requiring hours of customization. There's also the question of free versus paid features. Linux Mint is completely free with all features included. Zorin OS has a free version called Zorin OS Core, which is excellent on its own, but it also offers a paid pro version that includes additional desktop layouts, wallpapers, and bundled software. Some Linux users dislike this approach because they believe Linux distributions should remain fully free. Others see it as a reasonable way to support development. Ultimately, the free version of Zorin is more than enough for most users. For students, both distros are excellent. Mint may be slightly better for older laptops, commonly used by students, while Zorin may appeal more to users who want a modern-looking interface for productivity and entertainment, for office work, web browsing, programming, content creation, and general daily tasks. Either distro can replace Windows for most people. One area where Linux Mint consistently wins is resource efficiency. Even years later, Mint continues running smoothly on systems that struggle badly with Windows 11. That alone makes it incredibly valuable in a world where modern operating systems increasingly demand expensive hardware upgrades. Linux Mint proves that computers don't become obsolete nearly as quickly as corporations want people to believe. Meanwhile, Zorin OS proves something equally important. Linux no longer has to look intimidating or outdated. Zorin shows how elegant and approachable Linux can be when design becomes a priority. It creates an environment where new users feel comfortable almost immediately, and that matters more than many Linux enthusiasts realize. So which one should you choose in 2026? If you want the safest recommendation possible, Linux Mint is probably still the king of beginner Linux distributions. It's stable, lightweight, fast, and trusted by millions of users worldwide. It's hard to go wrong with Mint. But Zorin OS has evolved into something genuinely impressive. It offers one of the most polished Linux experiences available today, and makes the transition from Windows incredibly smooth. For users who care about aesthetics and user experience as much as performance, Zorin OS may actually feel more enjoyable. At the end of the day, both distributions represent the best side of Linux. They are user-friendly, powerful, customizable, and completely capable of replacing traditional operating systems for everyday use. The good news is that there's really no wrong choice here. Whether you pick Linux Mint or Zorin OS, you're entering a world where your computer feels faster, more private, and more under your control. And in 2026, that's becoming more important than ever.